considered a Hawaiian local? You're not Kanaka, I mean.
I'm a Hawaiian national. I guess that would be in other words, I've given up my American citizenship and sworn allegiance to the Hawaiian Kingdom.
But you're not under the protection of the United States of America now.
No, although most police are not fully educated about that. So that, we do have to defend ourselves in court on a regular basis.
Do you actually have a Hawaiian Kingdom citizen paper, visa, sort of?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Well, that's just an ID card. Have driver's license too. It basically is the same, yeah.
So say I wanted to become a Hawaiian Kingdom citizen.
Yeah.
How would I go about it?
Well, there's a process. That's you fill out an application. First of all, saying that that's what you want to do. It's required at this point that you have lived in Hawaii for 3 years, just to kind of show a basis of commitment. You need to understand the process that the lawful government has put in order so that you know the steps and the legitimacy that we claim, so you educate yourself on our process. You need to attend at least 3 vigils, like being here today. Again, the idea being to educate yourself more. And when people are at a vigil like this, people talk, and you listen, and you participate, and you learn more through the process of that, so that you basically understand how you can become a Hawaiian national and how the lawful Hawaiian government, or really any other entity that claims can give you,
everything that I've read or been informed about, it seems to be rather common sense that if I was to go to Switzerland or Belgium and just park it there and say, hey, we're here, you're Americans now, they would scoff at me. It wouldn't be any legitimate. And if you go back in history and you piece it all together, there's no logic really to what's happened here. I was sitting up earlier and I was trying to get my bicycle fixed. And actually a Hawaiian fella drove up in a big truck, and he was decked out in his army gear. He was army, and there was Pohakalu, I guess, the training area, which I guess is sacred to the Hawaiians. And yet his government, his people were shelling it with I don't know what. And it was just fascinating to me as I sat there to realize where I was actually in a military outpost of this maniacal war machine, really. And
well, legally we're in the Hawaiian Kingdom. Politically we're in America. So, and really financially, I don't know who owns Hawaii. Some other countries, and probably not America, probably controls most of the finance of Hawaii. Maybe Japan controls more of the finance of Hawaii. But legally we're in the Hawaiian Kingdom. And the Hawaiians have the sovereign right to defend and support and govern their own country.
And for us, what the mountain is to us, and to Morello, to our stories, you hear the word piko. And what is a piko? The different ideas of the mana'o of piko, but in one translation, piko is the umbilical. It is a center point. So as an umbilical, how does that serve? What's its function? It is it's the umbilical cord stretching high, the highest point into the heavens. One of the terms for the darkness of heaven is the uli kalani. Uli is also the word for the placenta. So you see the picture of it. The heavens is the placenta, is that sac that brings in all the mana and the energy to feed the fetus. But it has to come down through the umbilical. The mauna is that umbilical. As I'll come to that, I can't let this happen. And for me, I've been part of the move, like supporting the petitioners and stuff for a long time, but this is my mountain. So as just an individual,
this is my mountain.
When I talk about my connection to Aina, I grew up in Honaka on the slopes of this mountain. Our reason for its sacredness is because its vitality and the hydrology of our islands. That's why the summit of the mountain, who dwells there, is our water god. As far as our traditional couple, in the stories that go with that, and why we didn't go into that mountain, it varies on the very much same thing. Koliahu, the goddess of the snow, which her kina lao, her body form, is the snow, and the water of the mountain, the hydrology. All the deities deal with different hydrology. Humans not entering into that realm, as in the stories say, because she is the daughter of Khan, and he felt that she was so of such divine beauty and divinity that he would never allow a mortal man to tame her. What does that translate into? Humans are freaking dirty, and everywhere we go, we make a mess. So in the highest area, the kumu, the source areas, we stay out of there because you don't contaminate the sources. And so in our ancient traditions, in the time when our kupuna and ali'i or kahuna did enter that area, again, was for very specific reasons. And how they entered into those areas, though, was very important. The protocol, in the most humblest of fashions, you go up there for your specific reason and you get immediately out. You do not linger up there. And it was not often. It should never be. It's not a battle between our spirituality, our culture, and science. It's not. It's just you have certain people who are trying to hold one higher than another. Well, for me, they just complement each other. The lava of Hawaii Island, or of Hawaii, is some of the hottest magma in the world. So you know it's coming from deeper down, from some of the source. You want to look at the mountain as an umbilical cord. It stretches to the placenta, the ulikalani, and it comes down, all the way down to the core, into the center, and the planet is the embryo.
But, so what symbolically to you, being at the top of the highest mountain in the world, do you feel that your voice is being heard by the world now? Is it?
Yeah, in a way it is. And of course, the idea is that we don't want to be in that summit. No one should be up in that area, especially so often, because it keeps a heavy impact. So that's why even like our encampment up there, where we're holding the vigil, we've done it. We've come way down the mountain because it's up in the Wauapua that's the most fragile. So definitely we don't want to be up there. The more we can lessen. Some people think, they look at it like, oh my God, the movement's gone. There's only a few people there. It's like, no, we don't want a lot of people here all the time. We keep our numbers very small on the mountain, so we don't have a big impact on the environment. Well, I mean, it was two separate things. You know, the finding of the aquifer wasn't a direct TMT related thing. It was a University of Hawaii discovered water, which for a lot of us, Kanaka Maoli, is a no-brainer. It's like the embryo.
I tell you, I saw it one day. I was out in my friend's place out in Puna, and I was swimming in the champagne ponds one night. And at the time, Venus and Mars were in this alignment with the moon. And I was in the old King's fishing ground, and it was beautiful. And in the morning, as I came into Keao, I saw the mountain spread out. And there was a line of clouds, I guess, talking about that height. You couldn't see, but below that line was clear, and it just spread out. And you could see how it is all things. And that rift between science wanting to basically, stick their eye right up in it. I wonder though, they can't really see it, I fear. And that's where you, who can see all this without needing that, your belief systems are clashing, and
it is and it's not, because really for us it's not even a matter about astronomy at all. You could have the Hawaiian kingdom trying to build a Hawaiian temple in the mountain, and I'm going to fight you, because nothing of mortal making should be up on that summit. It is such a fragile ecosystem.
I heard a woman actually talking her solution, and I could see it actually, where they were dismantling the telescopes and bringing it back to its natural state. And as she spoke of her vision, I could see.
Well, it's not only a vision, that's actually what the law states.
That must be.
Yeah, it's not so much just a far-fetched vision. It's actually what it's supposed to be. When these telescopes signed up, the lease it only goes to 2033, and from then they're supposed to have decommissioning plans. They're supposed to go down.
How do you see Hawaii now? I'm come to believe I'm sitting on a military outpost for a really sinister empire. And I look at history, and I think when the English Empire fell, many of their countries that they held have come back to sovereignty. So how do you see the solution for Hawaii?
I think Hawaii, we're poised to offer something else to the world, including our captors. You know? And yes, you know, you are sitting on the biggest military outpost. Hawaii is, that's the rule of thumb of the Pacific. Whoever controls Hawaii controls the Pacific because of the military strategic point. But that's basing it on warfare. You know, Hawaii, we can offer something else to the world besides more our military force. And that's just protecting a bunch of very scared individuals, a scared nation. They're so scared and afraid of losing their materialistic wealth with everything that they feel they gotta fight, and build bigger weapons, kill more people. I mean, America spends more on military than the next, 6 or 7 countries combined.
I heard one grandmother explain the coming of Captain Cook and all that's passed since was for the reason that the world should know aloha. That was her reckoning. Did your grandmother teach you that?
A lot of our people, and that's what I'm saying, that we have something else to offer. And that's why it's so important for us in this movement, and it's just come to be that in this movement, we are not fighting this in the same manner. We don't even like to say that we're fighting. We are standing up and we're just speaking our truth, and we are praying, and we're in prayer. We don't need to fight. These are our brothers we're talking about.
Is there nothing they could take from you that you wouldn't come up with arms against?
No.
Nothing.
For me, the human race, we have evolved beyond the need for that bullshit. It's a lot of ego. I sit around here and there's ego everywhere. A lot of very power-hungry, male, egotistical actions going on. It's no contact thinking. That's why one of the first things that the big military tries to do is eliminate the brains. Those in-depth thinkers, the ones who want to really try and, you know, we can figure these things out. There's no need for this warfare. Plus, nowadays, war is a money maker. So they're going to encourage war because of money.
Cheney made $68.5 billion in the Iraq. Do you believe this is actually a movement of consciousness? Rather, if we get enough people with these citizenship papers, they've come together in a conscious movement, and then you could move them towards your end?
Certainly everyone being on the same page is a key part of it.
What would your end
What
be?
we have is we have the government body that can unite people. Because plenty of Hawaiians say, well, I'm already Hawaiian, it's here, it's in my blood, it's in my skin, why do I have to sign up for something? You know, well, my belief is the reason you have to sign up for something is because in the modern world there are people that are saying you're something else. You know, so you kind of need to put kind of your support to something to say, this is what I am and this is why. Not just because of my blood, but because this is what I support. This is where I put my allegiance to.
If it's to be a movement of consciousness, for you specifically, I wonder, how do you figure your way through that chasm, you know?
No, definitely just been called out in it, but I went to that mountain by myself. I charged up the mountain by myself. Whether people were coming or not, I put a call out, just if anybody's around, I'm going. And it really is, and I've always said this from the beginning, everyone is in this in their own sovereign capacity.
Rise up, take a stand, in Mauna Kea. Fire! So we taking back our land. Soldiers rise up, take a stand, in Mauna Kea. In Mauna Kea.
The mayor, fuck-tongue mayor, tells us they will leave. Fuck-tongue police said they told us that they will leave.
If there, people throughout the world can get a hold of this and exercise it, there will be no war, no fighting, only peace. And the key to it and to everything is aloha, love one another, no make pilikia, no make trouble, mind your business. Whether it's pono, maikai, still the same. I don't care how you look at it, it's still aloha. Be pono, be righteous. That's it.
Is that your idea in the end, that Hawaii rises in a peaceful manner rather than?
Oh, absolutely. And well, in the lawful mind government, that is the government of Uncle Robert's choosing. I was Uncle Robert's assistant for the last 6 years, you know, and was with him when he passed. And Uncle Sam also, who passed just a month before that, you know, they were my kapunas.